Astro Wake, new moon in Leo. Now, this is on the last day of our month, on the 31st, 11:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 11:11, that's a new start, forming something solid. 4, creating our magical square or cube. And we do it as we're coming out of Cancer. All this energy is now moving into Leo. So we're coming out of a tough eclipse, perhaps. Perhaps that eclipse hit you hard afterwards. Those things often, they take a while to build up or to manifest in our lives. It could be an emotional breakdown. It could be an unveiling that made us feel some type of way. And now we have remembering, feeling nostalgic, perhaps feeling guilty about our past. Perhaps that's keeping us from moving forward. Perhaps we know we need to move forward, but we're feeling stuck. We're feeling a lot of heaviness, a lot of gravity. Things feeling like they're grave, like you're getting pushed down into a grave. The answer to that, my friends, is humility, humor. We can't take this so seriously. Yes, we have to take certain things seriously, but we have to balance that with a love, a joy, a happiness, and how to get to those places of high vibratory feelings and emotions, thinking, right mind. When we are, you just see how it affects your health, that thinking is not healthy, that those feelings combined with that are not feeling. It'll manifest in the physical world. Well, with all this heavy weight in Capricorn, we have some bright light coming to it. The sun in its home sign of Leo. That's something to celebrate right there. Mars clearing the way. Then we have Venus about to bless in there to get out of Cancer, where perhaps some time to mend some wounds. Chiron's making some great aspects. Healing those wounds. Are they keeping us from taking the stage in Leo season? From being our true, authentic, unabashful, butt naked, out there doing our thing self? Well, with the moon right now as I'm doing this, moving through Gemini, this is going to address those mental things. Then it's going to sweep through Cancer, going from the 28th, 29th to the 30th. And then it's going to sweep up all that Cancer emotional stuff that we went through in the past month. This is a full moon that sweeps up tough stuff. We address it with humility. We give thanks for what we do have. We humble our hearts. That pride of a lion is not the way to help this. And with Mars and the sun just there before Venus and Mercury got a chance to get there, that could be an unhealthy pride. That's now, we're going to meet that with the feminine and the mental. So that's going to all sweep up like this past perhaps 6 months. But I'm going to say specifically Gemini and Cancer season. It's going to sweep up and it's going to dump out. Dump it out. Tap into that South Node Cancer emotional dumps so that we clear that out, and then we can take the stage and we can floss. we can flex. After reflection, we reflect, inflect. Don't let it weigh you down. A sense of hopefulness, of a trust and faith in the universe, that it's got your back, that you're here to learn. You're not here to fail and suffer. You're here to turn suffering into healing, into help. Chiron. Shout out to Cryon channeling. Check it out. Let's go to the cards. We have the sun. We make a very harmonious aspect to Jupiter after Mars did. That is blessings. The work. Are we doing the work? Do we have a clear vision? We are lacking air right now, except for the moon there right now. And if you're going to have one planet in a sign where you don't, that's not one or one of the heaven luminaries. We treat them as planets. And so, we have to get a clear vision so that we could direct this fire energy that we're going to have. And we do that through perhaps sitting back, reflecting, inflecting, trying to feel how we feel about things, thinking about how we feel, thinking about how we're acting, thinking about what we're manifesting. But not to get overcaught in the head where it drags you down. To make sure that our vibration, what are high thoughts? Thankfulness, gratitude, hopefulness, helpfulness, servitude, service to yourself and others, because we are, I am you, you are me, we are we. So when we do this, then we're doing things from an authentic place, and we're doing things that will ground, that will stand the test of time, that will stand Pluto, Saturn conjunct January 2020. Crossing us, giving away our mental energy on what? On past losses. We learn from the past. We don't get stuck there. Our past is our ass. Your past is your ass. What? With the South Node, Saturn, we're getting off of that. So, okay, thank you for that lesson. I'm not going to stay stuck on that. And keep that from me charging forward courageously, lion-heartedly, authentic true heart. The true lion is pride and his ego can get in the way. That's things that keep you unhappy and unhealthy. The true lion is courageous and afraid not. Fear not. I like to go to my new fancy deck. What is a card to talk about our past leading up into this? The Knight of Cups. We're walking out of Cancer season. We're coming out of the dark. We're entering into the light. Use this couple of days into this new moon to get rid of those emotional things. Deal with those things emotionally. Rid them. Make sure emotionally it's not affecting our mentality poorly. If it is, we take an attitude of thankfulness for that lesson, forgiveness, leaving behind, cutting karma things. Go ahead and take that sword of the Knight. Look how beautiful that card is. It's this deck that is Renaissance art. It's called the Golden Tarot, if you're interested. And we're moving forward. The Knight of Cups is moving forward with a good message. A message of love and balanced emotions. He's got his cup. How are you going to ride on a horse with a cup full of freaking liquid? Steady, Eddie. That this horse is confident. He's got the angels giving him messages. He's in touch with his intuition. He's reflecting on how he feels. He's trusting in the universe and his intuition to guide him forward. And what's a card to bring us forward? Heavenly luminaries, dominions, thrones, principalities, archangels, cherubim, seraphim. If I have a hard time getting the deck back together like that, I know it's for a reason. Justice. Justice is a hard card, and it came up upside down. Feeling like we have been given an injustice. How do we fix that? That's a tough one, because life can be unjust. I have an aunt who got cancer and is saying goodbye, and her family's gathered round. This is an injustice. A perfect person. Beautiful soul. Leaving behind family and friends. This is a scenario with heavy gravity. A grave situation when we're getting ready for our grave. Death, Prince Scorpio. Let's talk about it. It's just the way it is. What if death is the best thing? And what we do right now, we have to die to things constantly. So now we're dying justice. We're measuring what is helping us move forward, what is not. And then we're chopping off those karmic chains that are dragging us, like trying to go forward with a freaking anchor. How's this Knight of Cup traversing through the oceans when he's got his heavy ass anchor down in the past? Worried about death. That is something you should think about, meditate on it to make sure that you're living your best life, but we don't overly obsess about negative things to keep us from moving forward. We bring a sense of humility, saying that the human universe is going to have our back as we've seen it in the past, and we trust in it moving forward in the future. We're going to do our best here. Progress, not perfection. But we keep on striving towards that. To learn our lessons, to level us up. It's a great time to really, with no planets and air signs, this is a good time to have a clear mind, to be in touch with our intuition. A fire Leo sign is actually a spiritual, intuitive sign. It's the feminine side of the air sign, paternal, positive signs. Now we're going to go to the oracle cards for a final send out. What, pray tell, message do you have for us as we prepare for this new moon in Leo? So we get ready for a new creation project, and we're not afraid to take the stage, and we're doing this from our true authentic place, not just some fake place that is just what the world is telling us to do. We've taken the time to meditate, reflect with a clear head and a healthy emotional system, so we know what we're doing, because we know our time here is limited, and what we do is important, but we're doing it with a light heart, because that's how we move forward through the gates of Hades. is with our heart being measured against a feather. Is our heart, our lion's heart, lighter than a feather? I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Change. Change, change, change. Are we cutting them chains so we can change? Change. I love you all so much. Look at that beautiful orange and yellow Leo. The sun. We're moving from here, the moon, emotions. The dark pillar. Going through the zodiac. Having our eye on the prize. Getting purgated as we jump into the light. Prince Scorpio. Thomas Wade. Astro Wade. Like, subscribe, book a reading. I love you. Share.